Get those sweet YouTube views.
Shnerdcast. We're back at it again here in the year 2020.
First episode of the year, though.
Yeah, first episode of the year. The year's still a baby.
Wait, hey, can we call it the season 2?
You can call it season 2, but I'm not gonna label seasons or anything.
I wouldn't. There are no seasons. It's infinite, man. A season would imply that it ends, right?
Exactly. So yeah, I know we talked a little off camera about how was your Christmas.
Yo, my Christmas was actually pretty fucking dope, and like the time running up to Christmas was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
So me and my brother went shooting.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, so it was right before last time. So.
Yeah, firing a 30 round capable weapon. So much fun, dude. So that was like the weekend before Christmas, and then Christmas came up.
Yeah.
Christmas was dope, man. You know, nice dinner with the family. Got to meet kind of like my step nephew, I think, because it's my brother's stepson, so it'd be my step nephew.
Yeah, kind of.
Right? Yeah. So your boy is gonna be Uncle Cam.
Uncle Cam,
and got to see little bean pictures of my brother's daughter.
Nice.
It's still not real.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Same with my sister. She has a little bean growing her too.
Got a little bean on it.
Next month we're gonna find out the gender, so they're gonna do a little party where
a little gender reveal.
Yeah, a gender reveal, but it's gonna be a Star Wars thing, and they're gonna have a lightsaber, and pink is gonna be a girl, and blue is gonna be a boy.
Okay,
that's pretty cool.
Pretty lit,
right?
Actually. Yeah.
What about your New Year's, man? My bad. I know you hit me up on New Year's, but I was with my girlfriend.
I didn't commit to doing anything on New Year's, though. I didn't have any plans.
I feel like a lot of people didn't, and then the only people that did, they like went downtown or like they went to like some crazy stuff. They didn't go to parties or anything. They went out.
Right. Like I actually went over to Ian's house and we just fucking played League. First game of League
of course.
we got dumpstered, like completely annihilated, which is rough. But I was playing on like a really shitty PC, and I had no comfort.
Blame the PC. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm better than that. Still, you know, it was all right, man. Everybody else went to Drake's Bar. You ever been to that place?
Where's that?
It's like right there off the river.
So
if you like line the river block up with you're like standing on the water, it'd be out to your left, like way on the other side, closer to the freeway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a dope little hipster spot because their food is trash, their beer is trash. It's just the atmosphere that's cool.
The atmosphere that everybody wants to see.
Yeah. Everybody else went up there and fucking didn't invite, nigga. So, alright, whatever, I guess. Shit.
For my Christmas, I just kicked it. I woke up early with my girlfriend. We went out the night before for a Christmas Eve party, and they do like little bad Santa. You know what that is? Or I think naughty Santa. I don't know. I think everybody has different names, but it's pretty much a gift exchange.
I wouldn't call it naughty Santa. We call it at work in a professional environment. You call it
like a swap or something.
White something fucking rather. Yeah, it's basically a gift swap. You know.
I feel like everybody has their own name for it.
White elephant. That's what it is.
I've heard like so many different names for it. So.
Naughty Santa sounds way too provocative.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That'd actually be a good gift exchange. You just exchange a bunch of sex stuff.
But the thing is, you have to go way overboard. Like, you have to get some shit that's like...
You ever been to a sex shop, dude? They got some crazy stuff in there.
Yeah. First time I ever went to one, it was me and Sam. We were like...
Of course 19. You and Sam. You guys were probably like... just like
we
giggling.
We were laughing the whole fucking time, just casually looking at porn.
Yeah, but got drunk on Christmas Eve with the family, did a little gift exchange. Ended up going... So the next day I spent the morning, like early morning with them on Christmas. Ended up going home in the afternoon, spent it here. I had menudo, which I fucking love, dude. Menudo's so good.
Oh, I saw you cooking that, and I had no idea what the heck it was.
That was okay. I didn't cook it. My mom bought it, and then we just put it in the pot, just like warmed it up pretty much. But that is so for people who've never had menudo, it's just like this, like a soup, like a thick, like broth soup.
Is it like pho?
No, it's not like pho. It's like it has this meat in it where it's like a tripe or something like that. It's like a kind of like a type of stomach lining, but it's so good and it's thick and it's the cow.
Yeah.
And it's so good. I mean, it's for me, it's nostalgic because I grew up eating that stuff, and when I eat it, I just get like memories of being a kid. I forget it's like tripe or like a type of tripe or.
I'm trying to think
My
of like the
girlfriend knows.
texture of the meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a fatty part. Like it tastes like a fatty, not like a.
Oh, so that meat would just melt, man.
Kind of. It's a little chewy, but it's not like. It's kind of like fat, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's not when you eat fat, it just like disintegrates, kind of like it just. But when you eat that, it's an actual meat.
Oh, okay.
Or like
as long as it's not. See, we can talk about like as long as it's not like gristle, where after you chew it for a while, it gets solid. You know. Yeah. That would suck.
My New Year's also it was good. I got like you see, I got a bunch more equipment for the Shnerdcast. Thank you everybody for the gifts. It was on a few things, but hey, extra microphone and a camera. It's gonna take us a long way or a lot.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
But yeah, for my New Year's, I didn't do anything either. Like I just kicked it with my girlfriend's family, and I actually have sad news before we actually go any further. My girlfriend's cat got put down today.
I saw it this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, kind of cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that one. It was like, oh. Like I felt that shit, dude.
So they didn't know what happened because I guess they got blood work. They did X-rays. But they couldn't find anything. So and they're gonna see a specialist, but so they got him back yesterday, and they're gonna see a specialist Monday. But today, I guess, the cat just couldn't breathe, and it just kept on. Because what it would do with like the earlier signs, it sounded like it was like when they like kind of try to spit out a hairball, they're like you know what I mean, like
yeah.
He just kept, but nothing came out, and he just kept on doing it every like now and then.
So like dry heaving almost.
Kind of like it sounded like something was stuck in his throat, or like his throat, or like his nose. I don't know.
Poor guy.
Yeah, but I guess he just couldn't breathe, and the dad saw him, and he was like just not breathing, and his eyes were rolled up, and so they took him in, and they just had to do it right there and then.
I couldn't handle seeing that shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad. My girlfriend called me crying, and I was like, "Fuck." But I kind of, when they took him in, I kind of felt something was gonna happen.
Like you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of prepared for the worst. So when I heard it, I was like, it didn't hit me so hard. But it hit. I know it hurts for her mom too, because that's pretty much like her cat.
That was her favorite.
I mean, it picked her.
Yeah. That's how Gunther came to be.
Yeah.
He ran up like.
Still, I think that's the best. Something. That's the best name for a cat.
Yeah.
Gunther.
Yeah, he ran up on me like he was gonna fucking swat my foot, and then he stopped, looked at me, and then ran behind the couch, and I was like, "All right, bet." And I chased him, and then he like. This is when he was like a kitten, so we're talking like pocket size. The couch was roughly this size probably. He ran behind it, and then like I leaned over to look at him, and he fucking scaled that shit and smacked me in the nose. I was like, all right, well, I'm taking this one.
Damn. Cats are crazy, man.
Yeah. They're also great animals.
Yeah, they are. They yeah, I've never like had a cat like really like be lovey-dovey with me and on my just follow me everywhere. My girlfriend cat likes me, but it's not following me, you know what I mean, like it does with her. And
yeah.
Like he wants me to pick him up sometimes, or they're just like.
That's kind of how Gunther's personality.
He'll like have like he'll like literally like run up to me, and then I'll like chase him, and he'll run away, and then he'll come back, and he'll literally just like come on, you can't catch me.
Yeah, dude, the cat's like, yo, it's playtime. Dude.
Yeah,
what's up?
It's so funny. But since we were talking about Kakarot, you brought that up a few times earlier. I actually did pre-order this the other day because my girlfriend for Christmas got me a gift card for GameStop. So I was like, might as well pre-order it.
Yeah.
So I got it. Gonna get it when it comes out on the 15th. Also, by the way, I've given up on editing the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
What do you mean?
I'm still gonna beat it,
the
but
playthrough.
yeah, I'll upload like my boss battles and everything so people believe I beat it. But I told you that audio thing. But let me show you this picture, and I'll post it on the podcast too. This is I think I could be wrong, but I think it's something to do with the digital copy on the Xbox and recording.
Oh.
Yeah, because I didn't have a problem doing that with Call of Duty or like Dragon Ball Fighters when I look at the clips. And at first,
the physical game. That's right.
Yeah, and at first I thought it was like oh, here we go. So all that you see right there, I had to, because the audio lags so much, I had to cut it and move the audio back so it loads up with the video.
Holy shit.
And that was just one video.
So every cut is
cut
to sync with the... Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, and I have like 25 parts of those.
At least you don't have a problem with... I can't really explain it, but like... when I was recording like Street Fighter V videos back when it first came out, right, I would have this issue where you know how what you see is like a timeline of frames.
Yeah.
So I would have an issue where frames from this time and frames from this time would like switch places, but everything else in between would still like run concurrently.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to fucking fix that, and it felt like every time I would do a cut on one of the timelines somewhere, because it would display it not in a long line, it would display it row by row by row.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the more cuts that were in it, the more that would happen.
Yeah.
It can only, like, withstand a certain number, and then it's just gonna fucking glitch.
And I noticed
problematic.
The audio would, like, change like that when I'd push start, or when a cutscene happened, or if, like, I saved the game, it would just, after that, it would just, I guess, just lag. On the video, for whatever reason, it would just lag.
Maybe that's the game itself.
It could be, but, I mean, I wondered with Dan, because he has the game too, but he has it on PC, so he's obviously not going to have, he's not going to have that problem.
No, I mean, he's got multiple ways to record it. And he's been playing Counter-Strike non-stop.
You know he has a channel, right?
Yeah, he doesn't stream often, though.
Yeah, and he has a YouTube channel where he uploads, like, 3-hour videos of him playing Counter-Strike or Halo.
Because he takes the whole stream, and he probably just records that and throws that up there.
Yeah. I wrote down some games.
Subscribe to Dizzy Gaming.
Dizzy Gaming. I wrote down a few games, and I wanted to see what you would think.
For sure.
So, Cyberpunk 2077.
Can't wait.
You think that one's going to be good?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I think they did a little too much with bringing out Keanu Reeves, but I did see the gameplay for it, and I am pretty excited to kind of see what this is going to be all about.
Have you ever played a game called Deus Ex? So like DE.
You let me borrow it, and I remember I played it, but I couldn't really get into it. Yeah.
That's Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you couldn't.
It looks more open world too.
That's probably what players like you would enjoy more.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's Cyberpunk, but you can do whatever the fuck you want almost.
Being augmented and
like having like outer world.
Yeah.
Fucking sci-fi.
I really want to see how this world, like, they do with this open world and how the whole game is.
Me too.
I want to see what kind of powers you can get, and if you could maybe jump hella high or have like a little swing thing where you jump from building to building.
I was gonna say yeah, for sure.
Get it?
It's gonna be fucking tight, dude.
Yeah. I think I'm like halfway on it. You know what I mean? So we'll see what's up. What about Doom Eternal?
Now I am not a major Doom fan.
Whoops.
No. Like, I kind of grew up on that shit, because, Duke Nukem doesn't really count as Doom, but...
It's like a clone.
Yeah, low-key. So, my brother and my cousin would play that shit constantly on fucking 64. So, like, yeah, it was cool back then, but now it's like, it's a little too over the top for me.
Which, by the way, shout out to Duke Nukem 64. It's one of the best games ever.
It was absolutely fire.
Hail to the king, baby. I like it when you first start, he's like, what does he say? He's like, it's time to
Time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm
all
all out
out
of
of
gum.
bubble. Yeah. Dude, that game was great.
That was the first time I ever saw like digital titties. Which
was
was like
yeah, because there's
super fucking weird.
you could hella kill them, and I always thought, why would you kill the strippers? Like, why'd
I
you
always
kill the
thought the
women?
same shit, and I was like, I don't get it. Why, that was, it's funny.
To be
like,
fair,
I
that's
remember saying
pretty.
that shit as a kid too. Just out loud.
That's pretty far out there for a 64 like video game.
Oh, you mean having the freedom to go into a strip club and just...
Well, just like killing like people that you don't like, the good guys, the good people.
Yeah.
But going back to Doom, I'm really excited for this one. I beat the first one on Xbox 360, and I really enjoyed it. I played it online, and I had tons of fun with this one. So I'm online is or not the online. Online was fun, but the campaign is what I'm really more looking forward to, because it left you off on a cliffhanger, and that was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It was a long time ago when the last Doom came out. So
yeah, actually, that's true. That thing damn near came out as a tech demo.
Yeah, and they've been teasing this Doom Eternal for like a year and a half now, almost 2 years. So they've been fucking teasing the tip of my dick. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What about this one, Psychonauts 2? You ever played the original?
Oh, fuck. No, but as a kid, I liked the artwork because the characters were goofy and they low-key remind me of Invader Zim. But like,
yeah, I can see that.
It was a more developed,
yeah,
universe. That it was cool, but
apparently it was really ahead of its time, and people really enjoyed that game. And I've never played it, but it was a PlayStation 2 or was it Xbox game? It's probably both.
I think so. I mean, I remember having an opportunity to play it and still didn't even play it.
Yeah, me neither, but I mean, people older than me, it seemed like, at the time were like all about it. So it was Xbox. So it's THQ, which is probably what did THQ get bought out?
I don't know if they even exist anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they got somebody bought them out. I forget who. This is something I wanted to see what you would think is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Have you seen any gameplay for that?
Oh, yeah, I have.
This looks pretty fucking sick. It looks like Final Fantasy 14 with the Final Fantasy 7. Like, it's like Kingdom Hearts.
14 was the one with Noctis. I don't know why I keep thinking of Final Fantasy 15. 15 is the one with Noctis, isn't it? 14 is an online game.
It could be 15, I think you're right.
Either way, yeah, it has that engine.
With the Kingdom Hearts also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been playing whatchamacallit, Final Fantasy 7 a lot on my Xbox because I have it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the remake for it, the remade version.
Tight.
And I forgot how like fun that game is. It's really addicting. Oh, yeah. So I can only imagine. And it was a while ago, but I got past the part where you dress up as a girl. I'm still wondering if they're gonna include that part or not. Like,
I'm sure, dude.
It's either, if they do, it's gonna be like a huge deal, or like either way, it's gonna be a huge deal, like negatively or positive.
Yeah, of course. There's negatives and positives to that every time, but you can't take certain parts like that out of the story. Like, I didn't even know that happened because I didn't play that game as a kid. But I remember watching people do gameplay videos of it and like show off segments here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh fuck.
I remember in 3rd grade, I brought that in for show and tell.
Nice.
And I remember telling him, I was like, when I'm playing a boss, and I know I'm about to win, I start shaking and I don't know why, but I just do. But I get really excited when I play. Oh god, people probably thought it was so weird, but
those are great.
I hella brought in the CD and like I hella showed everybody. I was like, look how many CDs is in here.
Dude, think about that, like being a kid and experiencing something like that. Now when they bring in a game, they'll actually just bring in the whole console.
Right.
Like, oh, I put this game on my phone. Like, what the fuck?
I always think that too. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, 3rd graders playing shit on their parents' iPhones.
Or their own iPhones.
Yeah.
But
this is weird.
For the remake though, you gonna get it? Is that something you're looking into, or are you gonna keep your eye on?
I don't know, man, because I would have to dedicate a lot of time to play that game. And between work and playing video games and shit, I don't have that much time.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to check it out, see what it's all about.
I play it in between games of League.
Yeah.
Queue up and then like, all right, I'm not doing anything for 5 minutes.
League and Minecraft.
Yeah.
I see you, bro. I stay up late too. I see you on there.
Yeah, dude. She fucking doing dumb shit like that. Oh, does the Minecraft thing or the Xbox
shows
me whatever.
Shows me what you're playing.
Dude, and you probably see me spending hella time on Destiny, League, and
yeah, I forgot that Destiny also.
Yeah, dude. I'm always on doing that dumb shit.
I'm always spying on everybody. I'm like, what are everybody playing?
Oh, I still have Sydney on my fucking friends list.
Dude, that's funny. That's funny you said that. I just deleted a bunch of people off my friends list too.
And she was one of them.
Yeah. So what about Halo Infinite? You're not really a Halo guy? You never really played like any of the Halos really?
Oh, no, but keep in mind, dude, by the time I actually got my hands on a 360, Halo was done. Yeah, by the time I got my hands on online gaming, nobody was playing Halo anymore. Everybody was playing Titanfall and fucking Battlefield and COD.
Oh, yeah.
It was during that era. So Halo was said and done. It was over. I didn't get to play it a lot online. So.
You never played 4 or anything, Halo 4?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But that was like when I came over here to play.
Yeah.
We were fucking kids, dude. Yeah.
Well, Halo 4 was a little more recent. Halo, the ones we played when we were younger was probably like Halo 3 and Halo 2. But yeah, dude, Halo Infinite. I mean, because they got the Master Chief Collection that just came out. They re-released it and has Reach in it, and I've been playing the fuck out of it. Honestly, that's all I've been playing. It's just all the Halo story campaigns, just running through it.
Like speed running it though.
Not speed running it, but I'm like enjoying the camp. But I'm like going through.
I was gonna say, dude, you might as well, dude. Fucking, if you can crack it out in like 2 hours.
You can turn on the competitive score and like times, and some people have crazy scores, dude. Like my best score I finished, I think, was like 70,000, and somebody had like 200,000 over there, and I was like, what the fuck? But there's like a whole thing, so they probably played on Legendary, and they probably beat it within. So they got a good amount of kills and beat the. What do you mean?
You have a modifier that's either like ×1, ×2.
Yeah, that's exactly what they have.
Right.
That's what
based on difficulty.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Because I beat them all on heroic, and then that's what I was saying. They're playing on legendary.
Yeah.
And so they probably have
same fucking shit.
And they probably put on skulls or something
yep.
that give them more bonuses and everything. And
yep.
Some people have some crazy ass scores on there. But for this Halo Infinite one, they seem people are really excited to see what the story is going to be, because I guess it's going to be an old ancient Halo, or one of the Halos that got infected with the flood, and there's like a whole story behind it, and too much to go into. But
oh fuck, that's kind of tight though.
Yeah,
it sounds like it has nothing to do with Master Chief though.
Oh, Master Chief is going to be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can't have a Halo without Master Chief.
Yes,
unless it's a Reach, which
you had ODST though.
Well, that's kind of that was more of like that was supposed to also be a DLC, and it just ended up becoming its own thing.
That was back when they were still Bungie.
Yeah, it was they kind of got away with giving people an overpriced DLC game. It was just pretty much.
It's fair. I mean, at that time.
Yeah.
But
Reach didn't have Master Chief, but you were playing Noble Team, and that was pretty much the team that was the prequel to the very first Halo. So like literally when you like start Halo, the first one, you jump into slip space, and right before that, you're the people that help them jump into space. So yeah. Spoilers for somebody who hasn't played this game that came out like fucking 13 years ago. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, I actually remember playing that with Dylan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We used to play that shit and fucking smoke Winstons. Yeah.
The Dragon Ball Z Project Z, which was first called, but now it's called Kakarot. I'm kind of curious to see what they're doing with this. I mean, I've touched on it many times on this podcast, so I'm definitely gonna live stream it. So look for it at Super Shroll at Super Shroll 36 at Mixer. There you go.
There you go. Tight.
There's gonna be a new Persona 5 Royale. You into those games? You play those?
Wait, isn't that the one on Switch?
It's about to come out on Switch. All these games are this is all 2020. These are all the games that are be coming out.
So that game is not what Persona fans want.
Why not?
It's a Dynasty Warriors Persona fans.
No.
Yeah. Dude.
Why does every game have to, or like every huge franchise, kind of dive into that at one point? Or...
It probably makes a lot of money in Japan, and we just don't know about it because we don't play that shit.
I mean,
pachinko machines.
Whatchamacallit, said Americans didn't understand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude. Kojima flopped. Damn. We were hyping him up all year, and he fucked up.
I mean, I haven't played it, but I would want to play it.
I would, too. And I just didn't. I haven't bought it, so.
I've seen Tyson play it a few, but I heard there's a lot of Easter eggs in it. But with the Persona, what about, so...
It's Persona 5, but it's not what fans actually want. Fans want a port to Switch, which is possible. Some developers don't fucking want to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, but it's fucking Dynasty Warriors. Like, no one really wanted Dynasty or Gundam, Dynasty Warriors Gundam, right? Like, nobody wanted that, but it just became a thing.
Yeah.
No one wanted Hyrule Warriors, but they did the same shit.
Actually, I'm kind of guilty of it. I've never played it, but I would like to play it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's fair to like want that. It's fair for like some audience.
But it is one of those games you play and a couple hours, you have hella fun, and then you go to sleep and you wake up the next day and you're like,
don't
fuck,
really think about playing it
this
again.
sucks. Yeah. At least for us, because I know all of us grew up at one point playing that really like hardcore. At least like I don't know if you got into it. I know Will got into it. I got into it. I think you got into it, right? For
what? Yeah, like
those like just
Warriors,
Dynasty Warriors games in general.
Button mash games, dude. Only for something like Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Same with Will.
But it didn't hit as hard as Kingdom Hearts. That's why it was like, it's cool, but I played Kingdom Hearts.
Will probably say something about that. He loves Devil May Cry. Marvel's Avengers. You ever see anything about that?
Mm-mm.
I'm actually kind of curious to see how they're going to do this one, because they had some gameplay of other characters that's in the Marvel universe, like Ms. Marvel. I forget who else they showed off. I'm not sure if they did, but that one does look pretty sick, dude. would like to play as the Hulk and Thor and Tony Stark and all them.
Oh,
and play
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man.
And I don't think it's following the MCU at all, so I think it's going to be its own thing.
Now, if only Capcom had the rights to some of these character designs.
Right.
You know?
So, moving forward, what about Destroy All Humans, the new one they're remaking it?
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that was a thing. That was not on my radar.
Yeah, dude, because me and Josh played it for a little bit, and then I ended up finishing the game. But Destroy All Humans has always been one of my favorite games to play. I've been I played all.
Same voice actor?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it could be the same voice actor. I haven't really checked, but you ever played him?
No, but I watched your gameplay through him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, is it the same voice actor? Is it the dude who did Zim? Is it Zim? You know?
Yeah. Oh, Pox. Yeah. So Pox, I think, was the Zim guy. I'm pretty sure he's still there.
Well, what I mean is the voice actor of it, the same guy that did Invader Zim. I don't know his name, so he's no Steve Bloom. That's all I'm saying.
I forget. Yeah, I look. He's on. We talked about him before. We talked about the Netflix movie they did. So that's pretty much everything I had right there. There's a lot more to come out, but we'll definitely cover it when.
Those are the ones on the current radar.
Yeah. we'll cover more stuff and more in depth when the time comes. Like we'll talk about Kakarot, probably Final Fantasy and Cyberpunk and all those other stuff. So moving on to the next topic. We'll be talking about movies.
Before we start that topic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to bring up just because it's how horrible it is. It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
But it has been at least redone to look reasonable. And not like Sonic is some fucking scary ass...
Just some scary fucking...
Dude, because he looked terrible when his first design
Yeah.
came out. And then they took the movie back and was like, oh shit, my bad, we'll redesign it. And now it looks reasonable.
More like Sonic and not like a weird CGI monster.
An obvious CGI Sonic.
Yeah.
The eyes were like super fucking awkward. It's like, who the fuck approved that? You know?
Somebody
like tiny eyeballs. Like the pupils were like itsy bitsy. You're like,
had a weird ass like with those people from like a Whoville.
It was like a pointy
Whoville nose. Yeah.
Like, I just wish Jim Carrey wasn't Dr. Robotnik. I'm just saying, anybody else could do it better. Dr. Robotnik needs to be a fat dude.
Yeah.
This skinny guy, I don't know where the fuck he came from. More importantly, I don't know why that one dude that looks like he belongs on fucking Baywatch is like Sonic's homeboy. Fuck this guy. Just give me Sonic. Like, where the fuck is Tails, actually? You know, like, you gotta just do that movie? Like, that would have been way cooler.
Just make it an animated film instead of a live action type.
Yeah, but then again, Detective Pikachu was pretty good. I mean, it looked very good.
Yeah, but that's Pokemon. Everybody loves Pokemon, especially like every young generation loves Pokemon.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
And the fact that technology has gotten better definitely helps a lot too.
It also just seemed like they put more time and dedication into the CGI characters for I almost said Pokemon Go. For Detective Pikachu. Yeah.
What about this one, Ghostbusters, the remake, the new one? You seen that?
No, I did not. I didn't even know they were redoing that.
So this is This I guess is supposed to be like a technical. It's supposed to be a continuation because the first two Ghostbusters or the first three Ghostbusters were canon for this movie. So
okay.
Yeah, we'll see how this is. The only thing I'm not liking is how we just got a remake of this movie a couple years ago.
Yeah, but that one is also one that no one asked for. It just kind of came out and you're like, well,
I feel like this is...
don't be upset if I have opinions on it.
I feel like this one's going to be really good just because there's no... just because of how bad the last one is, everybody's going to love this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And the kid from Stranger Things is in it. What better way to get this younger people into the Ghostbusters?
Which one?
The main dude.
That kid.
Yeah.
I don't know what the kids say. I didn't watch Stranger Things. I thought it was like a goofy ass show in a way. I just wasn't into it. Like that one it didn't hit home. So I was like, fuck it, this is kind of whack.
Yeah, that last season was pretty. It was good, but they had some moments where I was like, whoa, this is not what I wanted. Here's one that's pretty crazy though, for talking about remakes and everything. Bill and Ted.
Oh.
It's called the music or.
As long as it's Keanu Reeves and that one.
And that one guy.
That one Pauly Shore knockoff.
That's what everybody's gonna say. Keanu Reeves and that one guy.
He didn't really make any movies after that.
I think he was in
probably a few, but
he probably
main roles.
Nah, he was just like maybe in a couple other 80s movies, but he's one of those people that's just stuck in that decade that just never could branch out.
Yeah.
One of those people just get stuck in those decades, or their decades, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure. Like Pauly Shore. That boy ain't made a movie in fucking forever, but he's got a ton of money. So
he has a YouTube channel, too.
Fuck it.
Yeah, dude. He does podcasts and everything, too. He has some crazy stuff.
So just like fucking Steve-O. Like, they all just went that route.
Yeah, apparently a lot of these famous people that aren't really famous anymore will
they've got countless fucking stories to tell.
And, yeah, people want to hear them.
For sure. Like, I do. I definitely low-key want to hear that shit. Pauly Shore was fucking tight.
They're making this it's Mulan. It's the live action. And I just wanted to bring up one thing. Yeah.
Huh.
Uh,
Understandable.
me and Josh and Will talked about this, and I think we predicted pretty much that this was the direction that Disney was going to go. They're going to pretty much start remaking every animated Disney film into live action. And they're definitely doing it now with last year with Dumbo, Aladdin,
Aladdin, yeah.
Lion King.
I don't even remember the Dumbo one.
Yeah, I mean, they're just throwing it out there,
Yeah.
So I think they're just trying to milk this live action stuff.
They may as well. And isn't the Little Mermaid supposed to be being made too?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
And I heard people were like weirded out because she was black or something, or like she's Hispanic or she's not white.
Wait, it's not a white girl. I'm upset about it. I'm very mad. I'm not racist at all, but my dad pays the cops.
Holy shit! Okay. You remember what's her name? The crazy ass teacher.
Oh.
Yes, that pin. That you have a pin above you. At the very top above it.
I'm gonna have to fucking get up, dude. I can't see shit from down there. Oh. This.
I stole that from her class.
Okay, but when they were doing that, they printed a fucking mountain of stickers.
Oh, yeah?
Right? And they were, I would say holographic, like that.
Yeah.
I fucking stole the mountain of stickers. And I put that shit all on my door when I was a kid. It was fucking just stacked.
Dude, I remember one time she showed us a video of her going skydiving, and Brandon was there, and he sat behind me, and she was playing the video, and when she the way the video started, it walked up to her and was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And she was like, said her name, and he's like, "How old are you?" And like I was like, "Whoa, this is like how porno starts." And then Brandon, like, I thought that, and he was just like, he's like, "Dude, this is exactly how porn starts." And I was like, "Whoa, I just thought that." and it was I wrote down a lot of movies, but I'm just gonna name just bring up a couple of them. I don't know why.
Rapid fire. Is this movie good or no?
I don't know why I wrote down a lot of movies, but this is one I really wanted to bring up was Venom, and it's
what?
Venom 2.
Okay, same dude.
Yes, and it has a Spider-Man in it, so we'll finally have a live-action movie with Venom and Spider-Man because that doesn't involve Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Yeah, because that wasn't Venom.
We get a real Venom, like a symbiote, like a live symbiote.
The question is where's Carnage? Like,
he's Woody Harrelson.
Is he gonna be in this one?
He was teased in the last one.
Oh shit!
In the last Venom, he was in the
checking that out.
He was like in the psych ward with like his hands all, or the jail cell with like the psych ward thing where your arms are all tied up and everything.
Yeah.
And I forget his name, but the Carnage, the guy who gets the Carnage symbiote, they were like that. They've teased him, and so.
Tight.
Yeah, real
tight.
So hopefully there'll be like a Venom, Carnage, and we'll see what they'll go with that. So like you said, rapid fire, Black Widow, skip, watch.
I would skip.
Skip, yeah, me too. Wonder Woman, 1984, skip, watch.
May or may not skip. It's Wonder Woman.
I wouldn't skip it honestly.
It's
DC.
Neutral.
It's DC. Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn movie. Skip, watch.
Total skip.
I say watch.
Not into clown chicks like that. And I'm not even into Harley Quinn. Like, Joker's cool, but I'm also not too big of a fan of Joker to be into that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
New Mutants, which is pretty much new X-Men that's going to have X-23. Or 23, yeah? Yeah, okay. Skip, watch. Okay.
Yo, Wolverine died for that shit? No, I'm watching.
Yeah. Always, it's X-Men, man. Anything that involves type of, like, people in X-Men, it's going to be good.
For sure.
And last one, The Eternals. Skip, watch.
Oh. That's another Marvel.
Phase 4, yeah, it's part of Phase 4.
I'd have to remain neutral on that one. Just because, one, never read the source material. Two,
Yeah.
I don't know Eternals that much. I might be interested, but...
Yeah. You know there's going to be a lot of YouTube channels coming up with the origin stories and all that stuff. And what you need to know before you watch it. But yeah, like with the video games, there's a bunch of videos and movies coming out. So when they come up, we'll go over them more in depth. But we're not going to go through every single one. Because as you've seen before, if you look at the channel and look at like episode 2 or 3, they're all they're all 3 hours long. So we can sit here and just keep on going and talking for hours. So keep it simple for right here. I was excited when I wrote this one down. I hope you know some more than I do at this point. But
okay,
this is the anime section for 2020. From what you know,
do I know? Oh wait, yeah.
That doesn't include anime started in 2019, and you know what I mean. So.
Oh, you mean stuff that's coming out this season?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I have some written down if you want to.
I don't know of any of like the upcoming summer anime.
Yeah.
Like anything on that list. I actually don't, since I've been following like Dr. Stone and Fire Force. Like I actually just opted to read the manga from here.
I looked up like the upcoming the 2020, and surprisingly it was kind of hard to find. And I looked up a couple like anime 2020, upcoming animes of 2020, animes coming out in 2020, and so far not much information. But I did get some stuff. Actually, there was a lot, but there was not some that I didn't know.
It looked that are recognizable.
There was probably some I think you wouldn't recognize either because it looked like some straight up fantasy like cowboy.
Yeah, and I don't fucking watch that shit. If it's cowboy, it's only bebop.
I got one thing that I want to know if you ever heard of is I got reincarnated as a slime.
Oh, that's not new.
Well, it's season 2's coming out.
Oh, okay. Well, that started back in 2019 as an anime, and I thought like that was off the list based on what you said a moment ago. You're like that didn't start in 2019.
I'm talking about that. Like, I'm talking about like No Gun Life.
Oh,
it's still coming out, but it's you know what I mean.
So yeah,
stuff that's still airing right now, but it's
getting their season 2s.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see something like another One Punch season.
Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, so I didn't like watch season 2 and I didn't read the manga. At some point, the whole Saitama being extra overpowered kind of sucked. There was no moment of panic.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Saitama's just gonna fucking punch this shit. It's not gonna be a problem. So I kind of like stopped watching it after season 2. It was cool for one season, and then it's just kind of overplayed.
Yeah, what I like about One Punch is they're starting to kind of show off the other heroes, and they're like the top tier, the S tier, whatever, A class or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool, especially when they were fighting Garu, the hero killer.
Oh, yeah. That dude is actually pretty tight. Like he's a monster, but he's not a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from the anime too, the manga, it gets really crazy, and he gets way stronger. And then what's crazy is he's never able to fully spoilers. He's never able to fully recuperate, but he's always getting stronger. So he pretty much has the Saiyan gene. It's like every time he gets his ass beat, he gets stronger.
Yeah. But that's probably what made Dragon Ball just the series in general, whatever acronym you use after, is so fucking good because like Goku's really strong, but
and Vegeta too.
He also gets whooped occasionally. He's like, well, shit, I gotta go back and train.
Well, since we're talking about the new Dragon Ball, they're making the manga has been out for a while. I think they just stopped. Making it. Like they just stopped not the writing, but like it's just like the break. You know what I mean? They're definitely confirmed for the next season, and Dragon Ball Super is coming out with more shows. And actually, like I'm not a big fan of Super, but this one I'm pretty excited for because the story arc is gonna involve Majin Buu finally because they've teased him in all the arcs, and he just gets his ass beat or he just goes to sleep. That's stupid, I know. But this one's gonna finally involve him, huh?
So that's what he would. He'd probably eat a piece of chocolate and be like,
just a fucking fat deity. Just
yeah. He gets fucking a diabetes shot. Peg shot.
Oh fuck.
That's kind of fucked up.
I can imagine Majin Buu injecting insulin in his butt cheek. He's like, boom.
If somebody was to animate that shit would be cool.
But yeah, the new Super Dragon Ball Super series. I'm pretty excited to see it. Like the enemy they have too is like an ancient being, and he uses magic, and he's just this crazy ass goat looking motherfucker that just swallows planets. And
it all started with fucking Cell. Like you had Frieza that looked like some weird alien. It's just fucking Goku's throwing hands with aliens all over the fucking universe. Like I don't care what universe you're from, run it.
There's a few weird things in it, like I don't know. I mean, Super is definitely gonna get passed down to the Toyotaro, which is pretty much Toriyama's apprentice for like ever. So when Toriyama's done, he's definitely gonna be like the head of command. You know,
but his apprentice would still do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually the main guy of the manga now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tight.
So
Tight.
everything you see in the manga for Super is Toyotaro. What do you think of Attack on Titan? Because they're making a final season.
Oh, Attack on Titan just wasn't too interesting for me. I don't know.
Elaborate.
What it is. Huh?
Elaborate.
I don't know, man. Like, I think one of the first episodes, I did watch the first episode, and it was just a lot of talking, but just fucking shit I didn't want to listen to, so I just didn't get into the story. And the premise of it's really cool.
To be fair, that's like 90% of anime. It's like first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Just stuff you don't care about.
Very few just throw you into it, like, this is happening. Bam.
Well, even like you said with Attack on Titan, like the first episode was like a lot of talking. He dies in the first episode, right? No, he dies in like the first like.
The main character.
Yeah, Eren.
Sure.
Eren. That's how Japanese say it. I can't say Eren. Eren.
Eren, no.
Eren, no.
That's what I expected.
Eren.
See, you got it, dude.
So Attack on Titan, for me, going back to this, I am very excited for it because I got into the manga. I watched the show first. I got into it. What got me more into it was the manga, especially the. I don't know.
So you were reading that?
Yeah.
It's probably a good read.
It is, dude. It's more. For me, it was more dramatic. For the reveals of the Titans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That are like bad, the bad Titans. Because they're just like, what? And you just, I don't know. When you're reading it, it just seems more dramatic.
It definitely is. Well, it's mostly because like you're more engaged to the situation than just watching it.
Yeah.
When you're reading it, you're kind of the first party narrator.
Yeah.
You know? When you're watching it, it's a whole different experience because like someone else is narrating it.
Yeah.
And you're like.
What's also crazy too is once you become a Titan, you have 11 years to live, or something like that, like 12 years to live. Like your body can only withstand having the Titan in you. So it's one of those things where, so if I was a Titan, I'm gonna be like, okay, my time's up. You're the next Titan. I inject you with the Titan gene. You become a mindless Titan, and you eat me, and then you retain all the people who are the Titans before me memory, and you gain my Titan power. So let's say my Titan power is like turning into fucking straight up armor.
Yeah. Because someone will do that shit.
Yeah, that'd be your power now. You become a Titan that turns into gold like plates. So it's like
it's one for all.
Yeah. yeah, pretty much, exactly. Exactly. Did they retain the memory though? It's just one of those things.
Yeah, okay, so My Hero does do shit like that with Midoriya, and like he does occasionally have moments where he's like, "Oh, what's this? It's the power of everyone that's ever had all for one." And you're like, "Quit being such a snivelly bitch." Midoriya just punched this nigga. Then he finally does the fucking punch, and he's like, "Oh, my arms are fucking breaking. I can't do this anymore." Now he's kicking niggas.
Oh shit!
Like, oh yeah, that's
Justice Kickity.
Yeah, dude. It's not Justice Crash. It's Justice a Kick.
Some fucking Gohan or Great Saiyaman shit.
Yeah, it is arguably pretty fucking cool, but because it's a shonen, it's like you expect it to go on forever.
Yeah, it's just always gonna get stronger.
Yeah, like well, it's just gonna keep getting more and more over the top.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's how anime is, though, man. So this one's crazy because there's not a lot of information about it, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And the only reason I wrote this down because I barely watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I never got into the card games. I never played it, but when we were growing up, yeah, everybody played it. You played it. I know people who played it. They'd like bring their cards and the little playing mat or whatever, the little playing.
Fuck yeah, dude! I had one.
Playing after school, before school. I remember
That's
all
how
that.
you knew that shit was real. Somebody pulled the mat out. You're like,
dude, I remember one year in summer school. That's all everybody ever did before and after class.
Shit, dude, I was waiting for some kid to pull out the dual disc. Like that shit is over.
Take this, Kaiba. I'm a 12-year-old boy talking like a grown man.
He's like, I attack your life points directly. Like,
fuck you, Kaiba.
But yeah, I'd be interested to like at least take a peek at it.
For this one, what I mean by no information, there's no, they don't know if it's gonna be like a prequel or continue off the story, or if it's gonna be like a reboot, or if it's just gonna be like its own thing.
It depends, dude. If it has to do with Yami, then it's good.
We don't, but that's the thing. Like we don't like. It's just like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh coming soon.
Oh, dude,
so
it's
I don't
actually
think
a fun fact. So before Yu-Gi-Oh became a card game, the character Yugi and Yami, right? They had nothing to do with card games.
Really?
Yeah. So there's one story in the manga where there was this one super snooty fucking high school chick that was just acting like a total cunt to everybody. Right? And she fucking stole one of Yugi's friends some fucking item. And everyone was like, it was you, I know it's you, but like no one could prove it.
Yeah.
Right? So fucking Yugi having Yami's fucking soul in him, like Yami's a real ass nigga. He don't play that shit, right?
Oh, okay. That's
so he
what
comes
you're talking
out of
about.
nowhere. Yeah, Yami's the personality change.
Yeah.
Right? So Yami comes out and he's like, alright, we gonna play a game. So they play this fucking stupid little like crisscross applesauce tic-tac-toe fucking bullshit ass game.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was, it was like a bet. You know, if I win, you have to look in this mirror. And she's like, well, that's such a stupid fucking bet, whatever. Anyway, he wins the fucking game. She looks in this mirror, and this is where like the manga version really differs. So the mirror was a magic mirror, much like the Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah.
It fucked this bitch's face up, and then it was permanently like that, and everyone stopped talking to her.
Whoa.
It's so fucking outlandish, but like OG Yu-Gi-Oh! It's nothing like a fucking card game. If they came out with that now, totally acceptable, and it would be the dopest shit ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, that's pretty crazy. I never knew that.
I'd recommend looking that shit up for anybody listening and for you in your free time.
Yeah.
It definitely changes your perception of like Yugi's personality change.
Yeah.
And how the card game thing, like, it became its own permanent saga. Because they couldn't keep thinking of these like ultra demented.
Dude, that shit, that was like
universe, you know.
That. Oh my god!
Hearing that's weird. Right?
It's just crazy because it overcasted Pokemon, Digimon. Like for a second, it was one of the biggest. It was bigger than Pokemon for a second, dude. You know what I mean? Maybe not bigger, but it definitely rivaled it.
It competed for sure.
Exactly, like it was on the map.
I would say arguably it took Digimon out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Came on 4Ks and everybody was like, dope. Why is this guy pointing his finger at Pegasus like this? He was actually holding a gun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
For the there's Yu-Gi-Oh! And then the one thing we talked about too is the Digimon movie.
Oh,
The Last Adventure.
Fuck. I forgot. I might check that out.
I think it comes out either January or February. I haven't.
Sometime this year, but.
Alright, so can you look this one up? It's Trese, Trez, and it's a Netflix anime. So these are animes that are coming out on Netflix, and I wanted you to see this one because
what now?
So it's called Trese, and then put Netflix anime. And this is something that I read like very very briefly on, but apparently it's a Filipino anime or style anime.
Hey, that's interesting.
So
like the art style.
I was about to say the artwork caught my eye, and I was like, Cameron will definitely like this.
Yeah, this could be interesting. I don't know what the fuck it's about though.
Yeah, me neither. And it's gonna be coming out on Netflix sometime this year, so definitely keep an eye out on it.
Oh, for sure.
But an eye out for it. But yeah, apparently it reminded me of that Guillermo del Toro, his that comic that came out where the person had like the fucking spiral thing and their eyes popped out or whatever. One of those weird.
Oh, I don't know what that one is called, but I have seen exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, that art style.
Too.
Like some shit's gonna happen, like that kind of like '90s kind of art style.
Yeah.
For anime.
It's because it's so heavily inked.
Yeah.
Like it is dark.
So we'll see how that goes.
Like it's so rough. I don't know if those are horns on this chick's head or
right.
If it's just really weird bangs. Like why do they have to give her a fucking widow's peak? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, they're doing something with it. Netflix is actually starting to get some cool animes.
Yeah, it'd be cool for them to actually not do what they've been doing lately.
I don't know if this is a movie or if it's a show, but it's Ghost in the Shell, and it's 2045. It's called SAC 2045.
Wait a second. Okay, there is actually an artist that I follow on Instagram that is actually going to be the artist for it.
What? No way.
Yeah. Something with a K. I don't remember the full name, but it's because I scroll past the username all the time and just look at the artwork. Like, whoa, it's fucking tight.
Yeah.
But this person's artwork is not. It's not rigid. It's hard to explain. It's not. I would say it's very soft but realistic.
Yeah.
Right. You know how Ghost in the Shell, like sometimes it had this super rigid, maybe rough, rugged, and raw fucking art style would be the way I'd explain it. You know,
like the show or the movies?
The show.
Yeah. Okay.
So old Ghost in the Shell standalone comics back when it was on Adult Swim, right? So it's not like that. So it's a completely different art style, but it's good style.
Honestly,
that's probably really terrible.
I know what you're talking about, but honestly, like anything that I think after like the late '90s that started using computer animation for instead of like straight up, which I know it's easier, it's cheaper, the resources. Like you have to at some point when that anime grew to a point where you needed quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Because you can't be working.
That's what it is now.
Yeah, exactly, and not just anime, just cartoons in general. I did hear that Steven Universe might be coming out with a new season.
That shit can perish for all I fucking care.
I just love bringing it up because you hate it so much. You just get so like offended by it.
I wouldn't say offended. I'm really not a fan that I can't ever hype it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, so. But this one looks pretty cool just because looks like it has giant insects in it.
Well, I'm probably gonna like see what the fuck that is all about.
But yeah, that one looked pretty sick to me. It says a grueling illness referred to as castager or whatever takes over an entire world and humans start turning into insects. Holy shit. 30 years after the breakout of epidemic in the year 2155 AD, humans still struggle to live in a world where giant insect-like creatures have raised hell on their own. Kido, the protagonist, is a young boy. He's one of the few brave souls to battle insects, so...
Wait, so he's killing people then?
Pretty much.
Alright.
It says this anime has been anticipated for a long time, but it has now just been announced on Netflix. And waiting for release dates. This is another one. So, Cameron, we brought this up actually last time we talked about it on the show when we brought up it was episode 3, and we talked about animes for 2019, and it never came out, but now they're saying it's for 2020. It's Pacific Rim.
Oh, the not Gundam, but it's trying to be Gundam?
Yeah.
Yeah, the American Gundam. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Ultraman in a way.
Is it
in a way, not like
art style?
It's gonna be CGI.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It is gonna be CGI.
The last one for this one is Castlevania, the season 3.
Oh.
Have you watched it at all? You still have? Cameron.
No.
Well, you can still binge it. I
you
probably can still
would.
definitely come back to it.
Like that one has got a lot of critical acclaim.
What do you
a lot
mean,
of people
like
fucking love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of my friends are like, "Hey, check this out." I'm like, I'm painting right now. I can't just watch this.
It's a good one. It's one of those ones for somebody who does art and stuff, you'd appreciate the animation. It actually is hand, like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude,
it's more, it's more fluidity, I should say. So they try not. It seems like they try not to do GIFs for fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
More frames.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
It's not so choppy.
Yeah, it's not like punch, kick, repeat.
There were some studios that tried to do that, like
which is fine, honestly.
Shippuden did that shit, and they were the tackiest looking motion scenes I've ever seen in my life, dude.
I mean, I can, like, if you have a long, like, it's gonna be like the next, like, 2 or 3, like a book or 2, you know what I mean, like a manga chapter or 2 about fighting, or my bad, anime style, like a whole, like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Then I could give it a pass, but if it's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I always just thought it was like super weird how they went to very detailed to like fucking stick figures like this. Like that doesn't really convey emotion well. It's just very weird to look at.
That's how I felt about Super, honestly.
Yeah, cause they did the same thing.
Yeah, there was a few episodes so you go back that were that had, like, when Vegeta fought Jiren, one of the original dudes from Dragon Ball Z that actually worked, and you could tell the artwork, like he was the animation director or whatever for the episode.
Yeah.
Dude, that was probably, to my opinion, that's probably one of the best fluid animated, like the art styles, like spot on. You know what I mean? It was beautiful, man. Like it's actually one of those episodes you watch and you're like, yes, like this is what I remember watching as a kid. Is there anything else you want to add to this 2020? We're just still got some couple other things, but like for the generals and everything. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like, can we just at least bring up like a few one show in particular that like people are kind of sleeping on?
What's up?
It is Cautious Hero.
Never heard of it.
Because it's one of the seasonal ones. This one was for winter of 2019. And It hasn't been fully translated.
Is it season 1 or?
Yeah, season 1. It only gets 1 season. It's just like Dragon Maid. It only got 1 season. But those are 2 series that people are like sleeping on. Imagine if like Sword Art Online was so aware of itself that it just made the joke. You know?
Yeah.
That's what Cautious Hero is. Okay. It's a dude that gets put into a world that's kind of like a video game to him. But he's like, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get over leveled, so I'm overpowered before we actually do this fight. And they just make that running joke throughout the entire fucking series.
Yeah.
So it's fucking solid. Yeah.
But I have the WRYs or WYR. Sorry, would you rather?
All right.
Would you rather fight a powerful wizard or a powerful orc?
Wizard.
Wizard.
I mean, not to get too nerdy here, but like, since I used to play World of Warcraft, that's where like my knowledge of Chuck Norris memes came from.
Oh, coming back to the Chuck Norris memes.
Because that's really where it fucking started, dude. In the Barons chat, if you were between level fucking 15 through 19, you spent a lot of time in the Barons.
Yeah.
Especially if you were Horde. That's all you did was fucking farm light feathers for gold so you can farm up to go to fucking Thunder Bluff or whatever, dude. Point is, if I'm fighting like an orc, now you gotta realize like an orc could still kind of be a wizard, but they just call him a fucking not shaman. What the fuck? Well, warlock actually.
Yeah.
You just call him a warlock, but he's still a wizard. But now he's just a fucking orc wizard. What type of wizard specifically?
Well, this is what I was gonna say. Since you said you'd fight a wizard, I'd rather fight an orc, a powerful orc, because the orc would probably just smash me really quick or kill me really quick, where the wizard would like turn me into a mushroom and then like slowly cut me into like little pieces and like eat me or some shit. Like use me for some like weird.
Would be on some Smurf shit, like Gargamel, just like
just cut me into little pieces and throw me in like some fucking like potion or some shit or like another death cure.
I don't know, dude. Like I don't have that idea of a wizard. Like if a wizard was gonna do that shit, he might be like low key merciful. He'd like transmorph you, and you'd be like, "Well, I'm a fucking cat now." Like what the fuck?
Have you seen the new episode of or the new episodes of Rick and Morty?
No, I probably.
So there's this one where
watching that shit for sure.
They're like using pretty much magic, and they like he turns somebody into like I don't know what it was, like some fruit, and then like he'll chop them in half. That's what I feel like a wizard would do. Just like he'll turn you into some fruit and just be like, just smash you.
That'd be fucking super weird. I mean, it's not that like bloody. At least you go up in like flames without being a bloody mess, right? An orc would just beat you to death with a mace or like a giant hammer or fucking really blunt sword for some reason. If I get blended into a smoothie, like, alright, that's not that bad.
Alright, how about this one? Your body. You'd rather have it explode or implode? It's a pretty tough one, right?
Fuck. Probably. I don't know. Like, okay, so by explode, I'm going every fucking where. Somebody's gonna have to pick up a chunk of my nose down the street. Like, imploding, maybe someone could fit me into a trash bag and it not be a problem.
Trash compacted, pretty much.
Exploding sounds less painful. Imploding sounds absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I agree with you. Imploding does sound pretty like you're just like
this weird explode, nothing's connected anymore. It's just no more nerve endings, it's all gone.
You're a little fucking sugar cube.
That's something the fucking wizard would do. You'd fucking make it explode into a sugar cube and be like, ha!
I like it. I fucking like it. Alright, so have razor sharp teeth. Like razors, like in your mouth, technically, like replace your teeth right now with razors, or replace them with soft, mushy marshmallow teeth. This should be a TikTok question right here.
What?
Either way, it's gonna suck, bro.
Yeah, okay, like, marshmallow teeth. I can't fucking eat anything anymore. Razor teeth, yeah, sure. But I'm gonna bite my tongue and my cheek all fucking
Just
day.
slice it up.
Just walk around like this. Just take one fall fucking move.
Oh, jeez.
It'd be fucking rough.
I didn't even think of it that much, and I wrote it down.
I'd have to go with fucking marshmallow teeth, dude. Maybe I can eat like protein smoothies or some shit.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I just thought of something crazy.
That was golden, dude.
All right. So this is the last one for the segment, and I brought this back. It's gotta or nada.
Hey.
So this one's a little kind of a story. Okay. So you're at a bar. A woman approaches you and says, "You've been randomly chosen to join our club. After a few drinks, you go with her, and when you're going back with her, she ends up bringing you back to this huge mansion in one of the richest parts of town. You go in, and when you go in, she turns off all the lights and turns them all on, and you're surrounded by a bunch of people in this big assembly type room filled with people." And she tells you, "I can give you everything you want. I can give you immortal life." And you're okay. "I can give you everything you want. I can give you immortal life, and you're able to change your age at will. But the one thing is, we're all gonna eat you, and you're gonna feel everything down to the last meat and skin on your bones. Gotta or nada."
That's pretty rough.
No consequence. No consequence if you say
Eaten
no.
alive to be immortal. How the fuck are they gonna bring me back? That's my first question. Like y'all just.
She'll prove it to you. She'll fucking.
It sounds like a setup, no matter what. It's like you get eaten, you're not coming back, but like going under the premise that like.
So let's say
somehow.
she proves that she can bring you back and is able to give you these powers, and the powers are you live forever, and you're able to age at will. So if you want to be 10 years old or you want to go to like 70 and anywhere in between at will, but you have to suffer for at least 2 or 3 days of these rich people eating you. But afterwards you'll be part of them. You'll be part of the forever society, I guess. Gotta or nada.
I guess I gotta take the immortality because like it seems like a small price to pay. It's like you're just gonna eat me, so there's like a million other fucking worse things you could do. I'm gonna get my whole ass leg bitten off. I'm gonna be like, yo, so I work out a lot. That's probably really tough meat. I don't know if that. Probably not good. You probably should have got some of the arm.
Just no. The whole thing is like, so they cut your, so let's say they cut your foot off, and they cook it. You feel your foot being cooked. You feel them cutting it up. Like you feel everything down to the bone. But I agree with you.
I would go for it.
Yeah.
Like not that bad.
Be like Carl. What happened to my freaking car? That's
That's exactly how I'd go about it. Like when he turned into a fucking clown, but then like he was fucking a skinless clown. That'd be me just walking around with like eyeballs on my feet.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
I thought I thought my slippers felt a little tight today or whatever.
I gotta go with that.
Alright. Well, so you have any resolutions for 2020? New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is paint more than I did last year. last year I went a pretty long time without actually committing to any type of hobby, any type of work.
Yeah.
You know? Like that 4 month time period where I was unemployed. Like, fuck, I keep forgetting that shit happened. Like that time.
Just snap by.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was 4 fucking months, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was dead for 4 months. I didn't do shit. Regardless.
Probably needed it though. Just.
Yeah, no, I definitely did. To fucking get away from the world I was living in. That shit was whack. But committing to more personal work.
And you're doing it. You just posted some shit on fucking TikTok and shit, so you're already fucking committed to that shit.
Oh, I actually am gonna try to engineer a specialized computer case.
Oh,
yeah,
hell yeah!
You
Which,
know,
by the way, check TikTok Apollo.
It's actually Apollyo.
Apollyo.
Apolloy.
Okay, there you go.
Apollyo.
I'm gonna have to screenshot that so I can make sure I put the proper.
Oh, for sure.
For me, I'm gonna try to eat vegan food all day, 2 times a month. So just
vegan food,
breakfast, lunch, dinner, just to keep my body a little healthy.
Yeah, I too am thinking about getting more into shape.
Yeah. And also just to you know what I mean? Maybe I'll eat some vegan food. Hell yeah. Maybe I'll eat some vegan food and I'm like, maybe I like this, you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I've tried tofu before. I've tried the meat supplements and
tofu is one of those things where it's like you have to cook it a certain way. Tofu's hard to cook good. And it also depends on the brand because I've had tofu supplements too for me and they all taste like fucking bread to me.
Yeah, I would say that.
Like a
really awkward doughy bread.
Yeah.
It's like really, really thick doughy, like dense doughy.
I do like plain tofu though, like straight up just tofu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just
regular old beast boy over here.
Well, I mean, for me, you just cut it up. You try to like dry it out, cut it up, and then cook it with the meal so it kind of rehydrates with the flavors. But you go to a restaurant, they're, you know what I mean? They're not gonna make it personal. They're just like, okay, here's the tofu, chop. They're not gonna dry it, do all that stuff, dehydrate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing to look forward to, which will probably bring up some time, is the Olympics in Japan. 2020 Summer Olympics.
You know they're actually just going to have people dressed in anime characters walking around, right? Or people cosplayed.
I would not doubt it, honestly. Yeah.
Japan's coming hard. Which, first time since we've been alive that it was in Japan.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's wild.
Wait. No, the Tokyo one, right? It was winter.
Winter Olympics is different. Summer Olympics is.
And that might have actually been like 2008 or some shit, like a while ago.
Yeah, probably, but that was before anime went real mainstream. It's like it's acceptable.
Hey Google.
Kids, it wasn't acceptable.
How many times has the Olympics been in Japan?
Here is some information from the web that might possibly help. According to Wikipedia, Asia has hosted the Summer Olympics 3 times, in Tokyo, Japan, 1964, Seoul, South Korea, 1988, and Beijing, China, 2008. Asia will host the Games for the 4th time in 2020 when Tokyo again becomes host.
So Japan has done it 3 times. This will be the 3rd time.
China's not Japan. Japan's the island.
They said China or they said...
China is Beijing. Beijing's in China.
Oh, okay.
Tokyo, Japan. It said 1960s.
Yeah, okay. So this will be the 2nd time.
That's crazy.
Wow.
2020 though. Holy shit.
Right, we're in 2020.
People have come and gone. That's how long it's fucking been, dude. Holy shit.
So just a little nitpick or whatever. What do you think you're going to be in 2030? 10 years from now.
Where am I going to be in the next decade? Luck. I don't know. I'm going to be 37 in the next decade.
Me too.
I don't know, dude. It's quite a ways away, but like it's also not that far away.
Yeah, it's not, but you know what? I hope I'm at least married and have maybe one kid. I do want kids, so
That's fair.
maybe I'm doing something like that. But I
Shit, I want to
mean,
be an
what
old
we could.
grouchy uncle, hopefully.
I mean, we're 20. We're in 2020, man. We're on the verge of going to visiting Mars, and all this crazy technology just keeps on getting better and better as like the
Yeah.
further we get.
Right, we're approaching the singularity.
Because going back 10 years, like this, the quality of our phones.
It only took 10 years for us to have VR phones.
Right?
Like,
dude,
what?
I have
Actually, augmented reality, that wasn't even a concept back then.
I have a camera that I remember because I spent like $300 on when we back when we were still for FML 14 minutes left.
You might as well say FML.
Yeah. Fuck my life.
Right.
So I have a camera back then that I spent like $300 on that now is my phone. My phone, which is crazy to say, has way
superior quality.
way superior. Dude, I could do so much with my phone nowadays. I mean, I make the covers for the podcast on my phone and everything. And 10 years ago, if somebody said that, you'd be like, that's impossible, you know?
Yeah, like there's no way phones can do that.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, well, yeah, they have a fucking gyroscope in them now, so like you can do a lot more than just that.
So that's pretty much it, bro. That's pretty much all I got for right now. Well, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much, Cameron, for coming over and stopping by here.
Absolutely.
Can't wait for next time to have your homie, and then now we can actually kind of impress him with having record more than just on my my computer. You know what I mean? We have more than one microphone, and we actually look a little better. But
we leveling up in the world. It's fucking mint, dude.
There you go, and thank you guys for watching. Everybody who's watched this far, thank you so much. Enjoy it. Have a good New Year's. This New year, and yeah, stay Shnerdty out there. Shnerdcast out. Shnerd.